Welcome back, YouTube. This is about country music. I don't listen to country music. I would watch Lainey Wilson lip sync or not lip sync.
She doesn't lip sync. No country singer.
Or walk around with her big butt or walk around with her skinny butt all day long. But I don't really want to listen to country music. Although we sponsor a radio station, we meaning Meineke in the Philadelphia area. And I am still somewhat Meineke even without my Meineke shirt on. But I'm me today. Meet me. So like, share, and subscribe, please. We need as many subscribers as we can possibly get. We need as many likes as we can get. We need as many shares as we can get. And keep the questions coming. April and I read through them. We try and give you a thumbs up and a heart for every one of your conversations, and we appreciate your time that you invest in us. And I hope you appreciate the time that I invest in the content. So, as April and I were digging for gold and digging for gold in Pennsylvania in Rock Bottom Creek, there was no hunters banging off rounds, and I did have my orange hat on. April did not know that Beyoncé is a country singer now. April listens to country music all the time. I actually get in the car and turn it off. That's how much I love country music. I love country people. I love country women. I care less about country men. We watch Yellowstone. We watch Tulsa King. And if there was a mafia movie even more around country shit, I would watch it. We watch Landman. Can't get more than Texas country there. Yeah. Oil is, if you haven't watched Landman, check out Landman. Fantastic. Ugh.
Every Sunday on Paramount.
Whatever her name is. Ugh. She is a diamond. I like her now more than I like Beth. I don't know who's worse to deal with. I think Beth would be easier to deal with. What's her name?
I have no idea.
Well, look it up. And her body is fantastic. I don't know what she drinks or eats, but holy crap. Santa. Anyway, Aerosmith decided that he was going to be country. Aerosmith should have retired rock and roll and called it a day.
Allie Larter.
Allie Larter?
Larter.
That sounds like Larter. Allie Larter. Look her up. She is a sex machine. And her character, I would bet, is probably not all scripted. I think she probably goes off script here and there. Or she's totally off script. I don't know. And her daughter, Jesus. That's straight porno on TV. For real. But anyway, so Aerosmith, kind of enjoyed Aerosmith's music from when he was a young musician to, I would say probably about 15 years ago, 20 years ago. And then Aerosmith just lost his way. I don't know where he lost his way, but he lost his way. And Aerosmith said he was going to be country. Aerosmith, you're not country, and you're not welcome in the country music business. I don't think he has a career in country music anymore. But back to Beyoncé, that her husband, Jay-Z, the oil greasing, P. Diddy partying, freaky deep, freak off, vivid goer, probably had a private jet fly him there all the time. Beyonce was there. So Mr. Jay-Z, Mr. Hova, dumped $20 million into her being promoted on radio stations as a black country singer who has no roots from country music. And so in March, right? March is when they hit the radio stations.
March, yeah.
In March.
Her album was released
album was released, I don't think anyone heard it. So April watches or listens to country music all the time, and she never heard it. So here's another.
They don't even talk about it.
Why would they? Probably. I think it's hard for musicians. If you're not brought up country, right? This is if you're not country, you're not country. I don't think you can fake being country for the country people. You got that certain swang, twang, swagger. I love my dog more than my wife. I sleep with my cows, kind of shit.
No.
If you haven't showered in a month, you smell like horse manure and shit. That's it's all good. And the chicks, they probably don't shower or shave or whatever the case may be. They got a country hat on, cowgirl, cowboy boots. Daisy Dukes. Daisy Duke was a fake cowgirl.
You stereotype all the time.
Well, the whole industry is stereotyped. But anyway, I don't think Beyonce shaking her hair, shaking her ass, and shaking her boobies, and her shit was country enough for the country people. They kind of just said, Beyonce who? Isn't she hip hop and R&B? You're not country, lady. You know how hard it is to break into the country music awards? Like, you're not Reba. You're not Lainey Wilson. Who else is your big country women? Carrie Underwood. Who else? Kelly Clarkson. You're no Kelly Clarkson. Miranda Lambert. You're not none of that. You don't even come close. I don't think you could play a fucking country guitar if you tried.
You can't compare to Faith Hill.
Faith Hill, no. So I just don't think musicians can break into the country or be accepted in country music when you come from R&B and hip hop. Now, I've listened to some country African Americans that were raised in the country.
And they sound really
and
good.
They are fantastic. And they're welcomed by the country music
because that's
industry
how they
and
started.
people. That's where they came. That's their roots.
They're not fake. It's not fake.
It's not fake.
This is fake.
This was Beyonce moved this and said, well, my market share for hip hop is over because I'm just not that person anymore. And let me break into country music because
she was better off having her kids do it.
She would have been better off just not doing it. It's like Snoop. Snoop's country. Snoop's not country. Snoop's
all over the place.
Snoop sits on a panel of people judging their skill set. I don't think Snoop was that talented. He smokes weed and sings raps about murders, drugs, and shit. Murders and drugs. So just because he rubbed elbows with Martha Stewart doesn't make Snoop an expert in the music industry. Which is how I feel. His music wasn't that great. If you compared him to Biggie and Tupac, I don't think so. Diddy was bigger than... Diddy did it bigger than anyone. But
he sure did.
Diddy's in jail. But
Diddy did do it.
You're not going to see Diddy try and break into country music. Never going to happen, dude. Never.
Even with his 40-foot bed in his backyard, he did it bigger.
Yeah. So, $20 million in the radio to try and get Beyonce, I guess, to be number one in country music. Definitely was here. That was a flop. How many country music listeners do we have here in my YouTube channel and land?
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Admit it.
What? You know what? Devil Went Down to Georgia is probably my favorite song by Charlie's Daniel Band. And if who's the other guys that sing? Do you consider those country? It's got to be country. Who sings about the devil and whiskey? Charlie Daniels Band. I guess that's country to me. I don't consider Kenny Rogers country.
Willie Nelson, Loretta Lynn.
I don't know about any of those guys.
You know Loretta Lynn.
Dolly Parton is like straight pin-up girl.
She has an amazing voice.
I think she's probably more country than Beyonce.
I would say Dolly. Yes, she's a country icon.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Kenny Rogers, I don't know about that. I mean, not sure. I'm a rhinestone cowboy. Oh man, I bedazzled my boots yesterday. I think Cheech and Chong are country.
I don't know about that.
What do you mean? There's country Mexicans.
I didn't say there wasn't country Mexicans, but I don't think Cheech and Chong were country.
Oh yeah, they were country for sure.
No.
Cheech and Chong. I think Cheech and Chong had a better chance of
You think
going.
Elvis was country?
Wow.
He could get down.
Elvis was country rock and roll.
Yes, I agree
I'm
with
gonna
that.
say that. Yeah.
I
You
agree
know?
with that. And he knew how to do it.
Like, I would say if Beyonce came from horse manure, cows, chickens, corn, shit like that.
No, she comes from a mansion in L.A.
Well, there's country singers that I don't really know too many farmers that are poor.
Beyonce is not a country singer.
No, Beyonce's not a country singer.
I'm about to put one of her songs on because now I want to hear it.
I don't even want to hear it. That's like Snoop singing Christmas and saying Snoop's Christmassy. Get the fuck out of here.
Snoop does sing Christmas songs.
Stoned out of his mind.
Well, yeah.
And then I see some of these YouTubers who have their channels. Dude, they're so smoked up. So smoked up. You don't need sunglasses on to have a podcast. If it's too bright in there, turn the lights down. But they're too stoned out of their mind. And they don't want you to see their eyes.
Everybody smokes pot now.
No, we don't.
No, but everybody does.
Is it a country thing?
Pot? No. I don't even know any country singers who ever had an addiction except for alcohol.
So I'm
Why?
going to say, just like Yellowstone, if you got cows, you got horses, you got
and
chickens.
everybody on Yellowstone drinks.
So my family, my father side of the family, they had a farm in Pedricktown, New Jersey. So if my father and his brothers and siblings actually had an interest in the farm life,
And we never miss hair.
I could have been a generation of farmers in Pedricktown. We didn't. My grandfather had chickens, cornfields, watermelon, potatoes, plum trees. It was a legit farm with horses and all kinds of stuff. Tomatoes, and they let it go. And he's like, screw it, I'm selling everything and getting away from everybody. And that was that. And he also had, I think it was Sunoco gas stations and service centers that none of his children were interested in. That could have been generations of that. But again, the generation, like even my son, he's not interested in, not to get off subject, he's just not interested in what I do. And the world is not interested in Beyonce singing country music. They want to hear Beyonce shaking around when her weave and lip syncing and shaking her tatas and whatever the case may be. Jay-Z going to go to jail.
So is she. She's probably trying to.
They put the simmer on that shit right now. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if they get turned out.
Maybe that's why 92 doesn't talk about Beyonce, because they don't want to be involved in this whole thing. Country music doesn't want to be involved in this whole thing.
Country music is American people. It's America. America right there.
Yeah.
They drive diesel trucks.
Yep.
They have American flags. They also probably even have the Dixie and Rebel flags somewhere. My mom's fake country.
Country music is very pure, and
My mom's a city girl who's been living in the mountains of Virginia for 30 years now. She's fake country. She lives in the mountains. They live off the land.
it's not a matter of being fake country.
They had a
but
horse.
It's a matter of your preference. Mark and Tara listen to country music. Harrison listens to country music.
I get a lot of people, but I don't think people accept people who are not country. And it just says fake, like Jake Paul. Fake Paul.
Yeah.
The boxing community doesn't accept you anymore.
I don't think they really ever did. He picks and chooses his
Well, I think
fights,
that he had an opportunity,
and he blew it.
and he blew it. He blew it. Like
I
golf. Golf is like a very American thing.
I tried to tell all your viewers and you that that was going to be a paid fight. Nobody wanted to listen to me.
You're right. Well, you're right. What do you guys think? Ever heard of Beyonce singing country shit? I don't think so. You probably never will. What could they have done with $20 million? As much money they have. What could they have done for the community with $20 million? I'd say a lot. Probably could have found a country singer that needed some help they could have made money on. Right?
Yeah.
You know, some of those guys, what they do is invest. It's kind of what they did to Bieber, Diddy. Grabbed Bieber up and...
I think Justin Bieber's actually really messed up over that whole thing.
Yeah. He's got some problems. But what I'm saying, most people invest in those kids, and hopefully they don't abuse them like they did to Biebs.
Well, Jay-Z
was
him
part,
right over
was part of that. You know, selling your soul for... Beyonce already sold her soul. She
She's
ain't
not
country.
welcomed in the country.
You're not country. Bye. Thanks for watching.